Yo, what is up, all of my good-looking viewers? This is your boy Ryan Mahalik here, and I'm coming at you with a King of the Hill best of 5 tryhard series versus sub to PewdBTD. If you don't know who S2P is or sub to PewdBTD, he goes by either name. He is pretty much the most well-known grinder in the game. He has like 24,000 total games played, and he also has like tons of tier 1 badges and stuff. So he's playing some King of the Hill with me today. He is doing really good in King of the Hill right now. I think he's number 2 on the leaderboards. So really good matchup here. Looks like we're both probably running boat mortar right now. Starting map is water hazard, and then the way King of the Hill works is kind of we'll both choose the maps that follow after we lose a game. So it looks like he's choosing the aggro here in round 4. We're just gonna get up our grape shot and tank some leaks here, kind of chill with that. We get up a 0-0 as well because the grape shot spots on this map are not honestly that great. So kind of get that 0-0 to help out. And for black balloons, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get this up to a second grape shot instead of going for a faster shooting, because one faster shooting would leak way too much. So here we balloon boost him some blacks. He goes for a second boat. We'll see if he gets that up to a grape shot. Yep, he does. And then we do the same. We're keeping our bottom boat on close, and our top boat we're microing from last to close. So that's kind of the targeting I'm using here. So he has went a little bit more aggro on the eco right now, so we do have a slight out farm, which is good. My goal is just to get a BIA faster than him, but water hazard is actually a surprisingly hard map to defend on. Even though it's long, the way the map is laid out, regrow leads can be really deadly, and since it's double pathed as well, like if AI leads come in, that can layer over well. So we'll see how we handle those mid-game rounds. Round 9, I send him some yellows. I wanted to force a Bernie stuff here, and he actually goes for it, so that's really good. And then I just get up my mortar around 10. Looks like he goes for a white rush. We get up a destroyer. You put it on close and then first, and the destroyer's range is actually big enough to hit across the bend, which is really nice to catch the leaks at the end. So we leak a tiny bit to this, but nothing too badly, so that's good. We both force the camo detection. And then we farm on. So we're up a plantation right now, which is really good. He goes for a balloon boosted rush. I could sell a farm and get up a second destroyer to defend this, but I'd rather just use a boost and kind of keep my farms up, so that's what I did. I counter with my own balloon boosted rush, and he gets up a destroyer and boosts just the same as I did. So we're tied in boosts. We do have an out farm. He probably has an out eco, but I'd rather be in my shoes right now, honestly. And yeah, we're kind of getting ready for regrow leads, because as I said before, they can be really bad on this map. So there's his leads. This boat would probably be better a little bit more to the right to catch the black layer, but I have that boat on close right now to kind of make it so the leads can't regrow, as you can see. And then kind of just target microing my destroyers, and that's able to clean up, so that's really good. We sent him some as well. I forgot to note on that. He just got 2 destroyers. We didn't send him as much, so that was able to defend. And then round 17, I go for my BIA, and I have enough money to leave behind a plantation, so that's really good. So if he sends me something, I'm just gonna sell that plantation for destroyers, and I won't have to like cash out my BIA or anything, which is nice. So I'm getting ready for a Moab. He sends it, so we go for another destroyer, and we get up another grape shot on close just to kind of handle those leads. And this is able to handle the Moab with the shooting across the land part, so that's really good. That we didn't have to boost against that Moab or anything. We send him one now. We balloon boosted actually. We're trying to force a boost here if we can. He ends up going for a boat pole, so that's really expensive having to sell his farms, and then he goes for a BIA after that. So well played. He gets his BIA up 2 rounds later than me though, so that's really good for us. And then round 20 AI, there's a bunch of leads coming from the AI area, so I get up a second mortar in case he starts sending me like leads. That's something I like to do. And then we start layering into the hard round 20 AI with the rainbows, sending a bunch of zebras, and that ends up forcing a boost, so that's really good. He tries to do the same, but he send near enough and we don't boost against it. So we send him a Moab after that boost. We force 4 destroyers, and we send some rainbows behind it to make it really deadly, and we make him sell the destroyers and get up a mortar stall, and then sell that mortar stall and get up destroyers again. So he actually wasted a lot of money there buying and reselling stuff, so definitely a good rush. Then we send some leads in with round 22 AI. His 4 destroyers, and you got up a second mortar, that's able to handle, so well done there. So we are tied in boosts right now, and then of course we have a farm lead because we got up our BIA 2 rounds earlier. We'll probably cash out round 24 and get up a facility. And then like a Republic alongside it or something. There we go. The lads mark the end of round 23. We cash out. We actually end up getting double facts. That's really good. Because we went for double fact, we don't have money to defend this mob, but I'm fine with that, in all honesty. We're going to get a lot of money from both those factories, and I'm fine using a boost at the cost of that. Because at the end of this game, what's going to matter more is money, since our farms are pretty low, and there's lots of farm spots. So we send him a mob with round 25 AI. Actually not honestly a good send. I probably should have just chilled and sent leads. And then we end up defending round 25 AI without having to make a big one, which was kind of my goal. I kind of wanted to save some money there because this defense will be adequate till round 27, while he's going to need more destroyers round 27 alongside his big one. So you can see we're up a whole fact right now, which is really nice. I'd much rather be up a fact than he only has 1 boost advantage for that factory, so yeah. Here AI mobs come. We're able to chill. We still don't have our big one up. We don't really need it. Our defense is actually cheaper than his right now because he still has that big one, so good for us. And we get up our 5th fact before he gets his 4th up, so that's really good. And yeah, definitely in a good spot right now with our money. Now we finally get up our big one just to kind of be safe here. Don't want to take any risks, especially when we already have really good farms. Start spamming some boats just so we can upgrade those later to aircraft carriers if he intends to rush us. And that's pretty much all we're going to do for farm wise. Since we're going to rush in like 1 or 2 rounds, it's probably not worth it to make that many more farms. So now we're just kind of spamming boats. And it looks like he ends up sending us round 32, kind of early to be honest. We have a lot of money, so we're not going to even counter anything. We're just going to go for the defend here. We still have a boost left, so since we are going to spam some big ones because we're going to be able to upgrade all these boats to aircraft carriers, as you can see. And then the big ones help a lot to clean up the Moab layers and ceramic layers. Big ones are actually surprisingly good against Moab, so that's kind of why I like to get a lot of them. So you target all your aircraft carriers on strong, and then the big ones help clean up everything else. We get up everything, and then we decide to boost once we place down everything for the maximum efficiency. And then we use a few mortar stalls. Nothing you guys never seen before. This is pretty much the easiest defend of my life. I don't know what Pewd's doing rushing on round 32. But yeah. So we just mortar stalls a few times. It doesn't even get very close. They only get up to that top bend. And our big one spam is just able to clean everything up very easily. And as you can see, he sold all of his farms and everything to do that. So he's drained, and we just send him a few ZMGs. Just something that he's not going to be able to defend, of course. And yeah, this game is pretty much GG. We kind of practice our boat pulling right here. You don't really need it for you don't really need it with boat mortar though. Mortar stalling is more effective. But yeah, and then he just ends up going down over here. So that is game 1 of the series. I will catch you guys in the next game. All right, so it looks like his losing map is Battle Sands. He is going boat boomer, maybe. Interesting. We're rocking Cobra Bomb Mortar, running the Cobra. So I'm fine going into boat boomer here. Boat boomer can't defend adjustment very well, so he's probably gonna end up all outing us around 20 or something. And yeah, since he's anti-stalling round 1, we only go for 1 Cobra wired funds, since if the round's not going to last till 24 seconds, it's not worth it to go for another Cobra, because you only can get up 1 wired funds. So that's kind of why I did that. And then we're just max ecoing here. Force that grape Chate. And then we're going to get up another Cobra farm, hopefully before round 4, to get that 80 income. Yep, there we go. He's sending us some pinks. We're just going to get up another Cobra to defend it. We don't really like to get up our Bernie stuff against this stuff. It's more worth it to just get up Cobras and turn those into wired funds, in my opinion. So that's what we're doing. He balloon boosts some blocks. We do the same to him. We actually end up going for the Bernie stuff just because we don't want to leak too much and we want to save our boosts for Battle Sands at least. And then we kind of just continue with our aggression of greens and blacks, balloon boosted, non-balloon boosted, trying to force defense. We send a big yellow rush here. We force a second faster shooting and a boomer with that, so that's good. And then we're kind of just farming on with our Cobras. I hope you guys enjoyed that BFB boosts only play till you lose video. Of course, there will be a second part coming out next time the arena's up probably, so look out for that video. But yeah, it was definitely fun, and I found out who that Shrines guy was actually afterwards. He's on a lot of the Discord servers with us, so that was pretty cool. Talked with him a bit. But yeah, we get up our bomb up in case he sends us whites. We'll just get that up to a cluster, but until then he's not really sending anything, so that's good for us. Sending a camel lead now, forcing that cannon ship. And we're just kind of placing a lot of Cobras now, using those as Cobra farms, and later we're going to turn them into adjustments. We don't really need much eco, to be honest. The reason we sent whites there is just to force a bionic, but we don't need much eco because he's probably going to all out us around 20 or so, so it's better just to have lots of Cobra farms and sellable defense instead of prioritizing eco. Because there's no way he defends adjustment with boat boomer, so he's got to resort to a all out. So we're just placing more Cobras now. We're kind of getting ready for a regrow lead rush. That's why we have our mortar targeted down here. So then when he sends leads, all these Cobras are going to end up targeting the black layer. But if I had my mortar up in like the normal spot, these Cobras would all target the lead layer because they're unstrong. So that's kind of why I have my mortar targeted at the front. So he ends up doing that lead rush, and as you can see, we actually handle it very easily because our mortar was targeted at the front of the track. So a tip for you guys there, you want to target your mortar at the front for rounds like 16, 15 when regrow leads and stuff are going to come, because it helps your Cobras targeting a lot more. Round 18, we start our adjustment process. Send him a few camo leads as well because he sold his cannon ship actually. He sends us a mob, we just boost against it and it will be easy cleanup. And he actually ends up going down to adjustment. So current score is 2-0 against S2P, and I'll catch you guys in the third game. Alright, it looks like his third map was interchange. We're rocking the Cobra here. We'll see what he's going. Looks like he's going Wiz Tack probably. So I'm fine with that. He'll probably be able to get a BIA. I don't really mind that. We're just going to go very adjustment heavy and try to kill him around 25 or so. Maybe drain his boosts before then. So we got up 2 Cobras. He didn't send us any reds, so we're kind of just chilling with what we have right now. We'll get up 3 wild funds before round 4, which is really good. And also, side note, we actually spike right here. And the reason being, we don't want these rounds to go very long. Even though we're getting eco as income, as a Cobra player, you want the rounds to be pretty short because you don't want your opponent to farm well. If both of you are kind of low on money, that's the best scenario as a Cobra player because your adjustment will easily overwhelm. So round 4, he sends us some blues. We actually over eco there, which is annoying, so we have to wait 6 more seconds to get up our mortar, which costs us a lot of lives actually. So then we get up our mortar later, and then we kind of continue with our eco, but definitely over ecoing there was bad to kind of cost us some lives, sadly. He balloon boosts us some blacks. We end up boosting here. I probably would have been better just to go for what's it called? Go for a Bernie stuff against that though. So yeah, and then what's next? Oh yeah, round 8. We're gonna send him a hefty yellow rush and try to force more than just a blade shooter. So he ends up going for a 2-0 tack, so that's good for us that we forced more defense, and he ends up leaking quite a bit. So I'm happy with that rush for sure. Spam some more Cobras. We start targeting our mortar at the start of the track. That's the same reasoning for round 15-16 rushes with the regrow leads you can send in round 10. It allows your Cobras to clean it up a lot easier. Round 11, we send him some whites. We forced the lightning on his wizard, so I'm happy about that. Then round 12, we send him a camo lead. And then a camo zebra, and we force that fire breath, so that's really good for us. We're kind of forcing defense necessary. He actually sold his tack to go for that dragon's breath, so we send him some zebras and whites behind just to force that tack once again. So our eco's solid. Our Cobra farms are really solid, so I'm happy with how this game's going, but we are down 1 boost, so yeah, gotta watch that as well. Just placing Cobras right now. Kind of need to get ready for round 16 rush, so I've got to target my mortar to the front. And he goes for that rush, and we actually get up our bomb kind of late, which is really bad. They're regrowing pretty well here because we got up that bomb late, so we end up having to boost against that. So I didn't really want to do that. We're down to 1 boost now, so we need to be careful. So that's not good, but yeah. Then round 18, we start our adjustment process. We're kind of getting ready for him to send us some Moab as well. He ends up doing that. We get up an impact, but honestly, the Moab still gets really far, and the impact doesn't do very well here. So I get scared and I boost. I probably should have just gotten up a second cluster at the top end, and now we're out of boost, so that's really bad for us. So I'm guessing he's probably gonna all out us on one of these rounds coming up, and because we're out of boosts, we're kind of screwed. So we end up getting a pre-ejaculation misdirection. I mean, you know, a misdirection before he rushes, and yeah, just kind of Cobra farming on. But we are scared of an all out now because we don't have boost, which is really bad. Our adjustment's getting pretty bad on his side. We'll see if he ends up boosting against it soon. And he does, so that's good for us. And now I'm kind of getting ready for him to all out us soon. My plan is to counter and mortar stall, because I don't think I can defend an all out without boost right now, but we'll see. So he ends up going for it. We saw all of our Cobras, besides the misdirection, of course. So we end up buying defense, which is kind of dumb. We should have just went for the defense or went for the counter. We ended up going for the counter here, but yeah, I don't know why I bought that defense just to sell it. So he ends up boosting here, and I do a dumb thing. I end up sending camos into his boosted wizards. I should have waited for them to be off of boost, because his wizards are actually able to clean up all these camos really easily. So yeah, I definitely needed to wait to send those camos with my rush. And he ends up defending this as expected, kind of, with the camos not working. So we should have either went for the defense there or not sent the camos into boosted wizards. So that is game 3. I am up 2-1 still, and I'll catch you guys in the last game. Alright, it looks like my losing map was YBR. We're rocking the Dartling Glue. Probably my favorite strat now, honestly. I love playing Dartling Glue. It actually, there's lots of areas I can still improve on my Dartling Glue gameplay. There's like BFB defense, Dartling targeting. There's so much that goes into it, so I am still learning a lot, and I really enjoy this strategy. So we're starting with a 272 eco start. I don't really know at this point if he's going NFE or Ninja Farms back. I mean, NG Farms back. So I'm gonna play pretty aggro, hoping that he goes NFE, because if he goes factory, then I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna beat him late game either way. So yeah, it's kind of why we're playing a bit aggro right now. We send some pinks. We end up forcing a sentries right away, so that's really good for us. He sends us some blues and pinks, just forces my powerful darts. So I'm fine with that. And then we can't really force anything else till round 6, so we're both going to farm on. He gets his plantation a bit earlier, but that's expected since we started with a bunch of eco. We balloon boost him some blacks. We're trying to force defense here. We end up forcing another 0-0 engineer, and that's able to clean up, so well done there. And then we get up our second farm on round 7. We're still kind of sending them blacks, hoping to force more, because now they are layered over with the round 7 AI, but we'll see if we force anything. No, he just goes for his second plantation. Pretty greedy move, to be honest, so we try punishing him here with a round 8 rush. It was pretty tiny, though. Really bad rush. We should have waited, not sent him any greens, and just went for a lot of yellows, and that would have been a better rush. He goes for a rush against us. We get up a second powerful darts, and his rush isn't big enough to force a boost either. We still know he's pretty low on money because he just did that rush, so we balloon boost him some yells in round 9 with round 9 AI. And does he boost here? Yep, he ends up boosting, so that's really good for us that we forced a boost. So he's only got 2 left. And then round 10, we get up our glue gunner. Pretty standard stuff. Since he is using the engineer, I'm not scared of a round 11 rush since he's trying to save up for his balloon trap right now. So we go for a round 10 rush with yellows, and then we don't really have money to send whites behind it, sadly. So we kind of just chill from there. Go for our farm now. And yeah. We have 484 eco, which is really nice. And then he shows up this factory. So once I see factory, my plan is just to play really passive and try to go for a BIA, because we outlast. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We farm on. It looks like he farms on as well. He should be aggressing right now, probably with zebras and like pinks, yellows over it, but he chooses to farm on to try to play it more late, which I don't think's the play, but we'll see how this goes for him. Round 15, he goes for a rush. We have a glue splatter and then some dartlings down, but the pink layering is actually really good. So we end up getting a 4th dartling down, and this is able to defend. We leak a bit. Well, our spikes get used up a bit, but that cleans up, so I'm really happy about that. And we just farm on now. We're on track to get around 17 BI, so I'm happy about that as well. He can't match it because he got up his 1-0 farm later than me. So here we go for it. Even though he's sending us stuff, I'm still comfortable. Oh, oops. Sorry about that. Here we go for it. Even though he's sending me stuff, I'm still comfortable going for it because we have adequate defense and we have money left behind for another Dartling, so that's what we do. He sends us some zebras, and then 2 sets of camo. So here's the thing about this rush. He sent the camos before the normal set. So the way this is going to work is these camos are going to march ahead, and this normal set is going to be lagging behind. So the normal set at the end doesn't even do anything, to be honest with you. So we'll see how this defends. The camos, our Dartlings handle them here. And as you can see, the normal set is lagging behind right here. So the normal set at the end really was not good. If he sent the normal set at the start of that rush, before the camos, that would have been much better. But just a tip with your rushing there. And we end up not having to boost at all to his big rush. That probably costed a lot of money with the camo rainbows. He sends a Moab as well. This is a terrible rush, by the way, with how many Dartlings we have and the glue. Easily clean this up. And yeah, so we're in a really good spot right now after we wasted a lot of money on both of those rushes, along with us having a BIA. So really happy with how this is going so far. We also still have all 3 of our boosts, which is really nice because we can boost against a BFB now and we won't have to get up a 4th tier glue against it. So I'm happy about that. We send him a BFB just because I know he wants to go for his factory soon, so I'm kind of sending it to make him sell some farms and waste some money, delay his factory. So here looks like he's going for a double spike storm defend, and that's able to clean up very well, so well done. Kind of expensive though, 2 spike storms to defend a BFB. It's pretty expensive. He sends us one. So here's how you defend a BFB without having to go for a balloon liquefier. The glue lasts for 11 seconds on the BFB layer, so watch how I time my boost and Dartling targeting stuff with this. So it glues it first at 7:18, so I know it's going to glue it again at 7:29. So I'm targeting my Dartlings here at the BFB layer, and then I boost here, and my goal is I want to get the mobs re-glued near the time that they're going to pop into ceramics, so then the ceramics are glued. So here they get re-glued, and now they pop right after. So that's the timing you want, and now I'm able to clean up all these ceramics pretty easily. You want to target your Dartlings on the ceramic layer, because then the glue cleans up the lower layers a lot faster. And we're able to clean everything up with just getting up a 3-2 glue. So that's how you kind of want to defend it. And yeah. So that's really big that we did that without having to cash out our BIA or anything. And we're going to be able to get up a facility here soon, which is really nice. Probably around 24, we'll cash this out, get up our facility. And that's what we do. He sends us a ZOMG, okay. His farms are not even good, and he's sending a ZOMG, so this is pretty draining. If we defend this without having to drain ourselves, we're pretty much won this game. So we spam a lot of Dartlings here, and then we're going to go for a triple hydropods later on to kind of defend this BFB, along with the balloon liquefier, of course. So yeah, we want to target all of our Dartlings on the ZOMG, of course. We'll get up our balloon liquefier here, and that's what we do. And then, honestly, I didn't have to boost against this. It gets pretty spooky, but the hydropods works against the mob layers really well. And of course I have the hydropods ability, but I kind of just boosted to be safe because we're in a really good spot right now. And I'm fine using a boost instead of having 1 boost left, so I'd rather play it safe here. I sell my triple hydropods now to go for a second facility. If he were to send me another ZOMG, I'd get enough income from these farms to just get up my triple hydropods again. So I'm comfortable selling it. And then we're just farming on. As you can see, we're up a whole facility on NG SPAC right now, which is really nice. So this is we're definitely in a really good spot. He has no eco because he sent that ZOMG, and of course his farms aren't great either. And he ends up defending these Moabs from AI really badly as well, using a spike storm and then having to get up second balloon trap up top and all that stuff, along with having to sell his farming up a balloon trap at the end. Really inefficient defend on his part, to be honest with you. And as you can see now, we have 3 facts up on him over his 1 fact. So really good spot. There isn't much he can do, to be honest. At this point, he's messed up a lot with some rushes and then defends and kind of drained himself. So we're gonna be done farming right now. We're just kind of getting ready for him to rush us. And then round 30, we rush him with the ZOMG. He does the same to us. So this is how I kind of like to rush counter NG spec. I sent 2 ZMGs and then all out BFBs. I probably could have sent 3 or 4 ZMGs just because our ZMG stalled. And there is no chance he defends this. I mean, you have to have really good micro, first off. But second off, he doesn't have much money either. So he starts using a bunch of spike storms, but all the BFBs are just gonna completely overwhelm him. As you can see, they're easily getting to the end, and there's still like 20 ZOMGs, 20 BFBs left along with the ZOMG. And that does overwhelm him. So that is the end of the series. I win 3-1 against S2P. GG's there. His channel link will be in the description box below, so check him out. But until then, thank you guys so much for